Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and in today's episode of AWS we are going to host our static website that you see here on AWS using S3 buckets, and we will see the steps that we have for hosting it using the free tier account. So in a way we are going to host our website for free, or you can say at least for the time free tier account doesn't expire. Okay, so if you're ready, let's begin. The steps that you're going to see here are very simple, and they're going to be very simple, and I want you guys to host a small static website on your own on AWS using the free tier account that you might have already created, so that I know that you have practiced. Okay, don't cheat by just saying that you did. You actually have to try this. It's very simple. Okay, so let's start off with the setup. So this is what you see here. You have to actually log into your AWS console, and in services you have to just choose S3. So you can see S3 here, or you can type here as well S3, and you can click on this one and come to the AWS S3 console. Okay, so this is the console and this is what pretty much it looks like. So you have all the options here to create the bucket. So I'll create a bucket right now. Okay, so once you click on create bucket, it'll ask you to enter the bucket name. Okay, so I will give pythaholic-web. Okay, so let's suppose I'm giving this name, and the only option that I see here is basically you have to choose the region that you want to host it in. Okay, so and after that there are some advanced options that I'm not going to use. I'm not going to have any object lock. Okay, and all the bucket that you create will have a private access. Okay, so as the setting that you see here, bucket settings for block public access, and when you see that block all public access has been checked, it means that all the bucket and the content inside that are private. Okay, so for now I'll create this as it is. So what we have done here, we have entered the bucket name. I have entered pythaholic-web, and as you can see here, it's written that bucket name must be unique and must not contain spaces or uppercase letters. Okay, so you should not have any uppercase letters or any spaces, and we'll just create the bucket. So once you have created the bucket, as you can see, it has already been listed here. I'll just reduce the zoom for now. Okay, so this is fine. So as you can see, pythaholic-web is something that I created, and it is hosted in the region Asia Pacific AP South 1. It's the Mumbai region, and bucket and objects are not public. Okay, so the default access point that we have, or the access that we have, is not public, it's private. So what you're going to do, you're going to click on this one to move inside the bucket. So as you can see here, there are a lot of options, but the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to upload the folder that we have, where I have actually created the site. So this is the site that I have, and this folder basically I'll upload it to S3. Okay, so if I go here back again and I click on upload, so there are two options here. Either you can add the files, or you can drag and drop your folders here. Okay, I will drag and drop my folder. Okay, so I have this folder here. I will drag it and I'll place it here. Okay, so if you're uploading a file larger than 160 GB, use the AWS CLI or AWS SDK or AWS or Amazon S3 REST APIs. But our file size or folder size is basically like 7.9 MB, so we don't have anything to worry about. So now it has been already added. So what you can do, either you can add more files if you want, or you can just click on next. Okay, so here you're going to set some properties. Okay, so by default everything is actually based on the owner's name. Okay, and you can just click on next, and I'm just choosing the standard option here. So there's a review section, and you can review everything that you have selected, and the last option is just to upload. Okay, so it'll take some time for you to upload based on the internet speed that you have, and it will be done in just a few seconds. Yes, so now you have the folder uploaded. Okay, so from this the interesting part starts. Okay, so click on this one, and you can see all the files that you had in the folder structure already uploaded. Okay, and this is the one that actually is going to act as our loading page, or the front page that we have, the index page. So if you click on this one, you see the object URL here. This is the one that is going to act as your endpoint. Okay, if you want to create it as a public site. Okay, so if you click on this one, currently what it is telling is access is denied. Go back. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to host the bucket that we have here as a static website. So if you click on properties, you have several options here. One is versioning, one is server access logging, static website hosting. This is the one that we are going to use. Okay, and object level logging and default encryption. We are not going to select anything. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on this one and I'm going to select use this bucket to host a website. Okay, this option. Once you click on this one, it'll ask you what is the file name that you want as your index document. I already have a file called index.html, so I will enter the same, and I don't have an error.html right now, so I don't want to enter anything right now. I don't want to redirect requests. I don't want to disable hosting or anything. This is the option that I have, and I'm going to select all these options that I've already got. Okay, and the endpoint that you have is being already populated here. Okay, so now you can just click on save. Okay, so now your bucket hosting is enabled. Okay, let's try accessing the file once again. We'll see whether the page is loaded or not. But still we are getting access denied. So one more thing that we need to do here is you have to go to the permissions. You see block public access. Okay, you have to edit this. You have to remove this one, this option that says block all public access, and you have to click on save. And there's one more important thing that you need to remember, that updating the block public access bucket setting will affect this bucket. This may result in some objects becoming public. Okay, so we need this for a website to go public. So what we're going to do is we are going to confirm the selected field. Okay, then click on confirm. So now public access setting updated successfully. Let's see if we are still able to access the website. No. So if you face the same problem here, what you can do is, you can hit Ctrl+Shift+Delete and you have to clear your cache. Once you have cleared your cache, go to the folder path again, click on this file. So if you're still facing that issue, what you can do, you can just click on this folder where you have your content for your static website. Go to actions, make public, and it will control everything within that and make it public. Okay, so now click on this once again and click on this index.html, right click on this URL. Yes, we have successfully hosted our website. Okay, but what happens here is this URL that you see here will be publicly accessible. Okay, and anyone who has this URL will be able to access this site. So the only thing that you can restrict it with is like making it private. And there are two options that I'm going to clear out on this in the upcoming chapters as well. That one, we will be doing it with binding this with VPN endpoint. And the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to host it using the CloudFront. So now that you can see here, we are able to access our website and it is publicly accessible. And if I want to, I can easily check this in my Google Chrome as well. This is pretty interesting, isn't it? You can host your own websites for free using AWS S3. But remember, this will be publicly accessible and anyone who has this URL will be able to access your website. Okay, so I hope that was interesting, and please let me know what you liked, what you didn't, and make sure you set up your own AWS static website and host that on S3 bucket, and let me know how it went for you. And if you faced any issues or any problems with it, then please let me know. Okay, so if you haven't subscribed already, please do so, and please support this channel. And that's it from my side today, and it's Pythaholic signing off.